How's it going, guys? This is Holy War 007, tinkering around on some Rygar. Um, this is Black Image Entertainment Retro Gaming Hour. So just giving y'all some taste of something from my childhood. So this game is one of my favorite games, mainly because of the music. So like the music in this game has always been like top notch, and so that's generally how I got good at video games. Is if I enjoyed the music, I would generally be good at the game, just so I can make it further to hear better music. Because at the first couple stages, the music was pretty hot. You know, I was at the point to where, hey, the rest of the game's probably got some hot music, so therefore I'll sit there and get myself pretty darn good at some games, just so I can listen to the music. So probably this game has one of my favorite tunes ever in video game music. I just call it the cave, or the boss's name is Salaya or Saliga, however you pronounce it or say it. But the music in that level, bar none, is probably some of the simplest but greatest video game music compositions like in history. I know I'm exaggerating just a tad bit, but it's true. I don't plan on finishing it on this go around because don't tell anybody. I have some free time at work, so I'm just making a quick video right now that I finished all my work, and so got a couple minutes to sit down and play, so we'll see what we can come up with. If I remember correctly, I'll probably make it to about maybe to the third area, or third major screen, or whatever you want to call it. Then I usually spend a lot of time farming, just so I can have more health bars to fight the boss, because there's a lot of we'll say glitches and things that don't work properly in this game. So it's not fully flushed out, polished, or anything like that, but once again, when you enjoy the music, for me, in video games, it's worth fighting through all the issues that the game has. Like this game does, as you can see, have a enemy spawning issue. They just spawn enemies and spawn enemies for days, just non-stop. So I'm just getting my third star really quick, so I can make my little shield toss longer. It took me forever to figure out what he was actually doing to attack these enemies with. But now, pretty much double the distance of my little thing, and it takes a little bit more damage to kill. So yeah, so this is Rygar for the 8-bit Nintendo. You saw it came out in 1987. But once again, the music in this game, if you notice that most of the music in this game, all the music, do not have a synthesized drum background. So it's all 100% instruments that comprise the music. So that's what's pretty talented on the creators on that aspect for the music. Just weird things that I used to do as a child. So the way he's running, always called that the boob attack for some reason. Not really attacking, but he's just doing the boob run. Always thought it was funny. Makes absolutely no sense, but hey, when you're a child, you just make stuff up. And so this game does have an experience and level up system as well. when you truly get going in this game. So if you notice the last 21, as you get to certain numbers, you'll get more and more. I think it's up. Get more and more EXP, and your character just gets stronger, and you get more health points, which go a long way, and your guy can truly get overpowered. So what I used to do with the NES Advantage when I was really going to play this game for real to beat it is I would put like a shoe on my controller and put the B button on auto, so the character would duck in one position and just sit there and attack, and I would go play outside or do something, and I'd come back and I would have all my health bars full and tons of EXP. And so it got to the point to where I did it so long that like the first 3 or 4 bosses, it took like maybe 4 or 5 hits to kill. And you're like, 4 or 5, that still sounds like a lot. No, not when you start this game off. Like if you fight a boss underpowered, you can hit that boss literally maybe 100, 150 times, and it'll still come at you full force. And when I mean full force, I mean that's probably about where I'll make it. I'll make it past not this screen, but the next screen, and then you're at the boss. And yeah, that boss hits pretty hard. That boss only takes 2 hits to kill you at your current level, starting the game. But if you at least get to some point, you can usually get him to where it at least hits you 3. But it's not the amount of times that he hits you, it's the amount of how many times you can hit him before he hits you. Because once he corner traps you, it's a pretty rough fight. And if you survive the first hit, once you go around to the second half where he turns around and starts fighting you from the backside, that's when you're going to need to sacrifice some hits at the end. And if you don't have your, I guess you can say, how hard you hit him or your health up at the time, yeah, he'll pretty much wax the floor with you all the time. Like, no ifs, ands, or buts, just enjoy. So, cool thing about this game is getting ready to utilize some spawning glitches. I'm just getting that health bar back. But the thing is, this bat usually will try and take a good hit out of you first. And so what's tricky about that part is if you press down and B to duck, well, might as well go back and grab that one. If you press down in the attack button, what will end up happening is you'll use your grapple hook to go down, and then the bat will bump right into you. And so the trick is to stand far enough away from the edge and start swinging so he will fly up and start getting hit. So once again, I'm playing this on the Galaxy 9 with a Red Samurai Bluetooth controller that's pretty beat up. I mean, it is god awful. But hey, it works. So this is the spawning trick I was telling you about, or despawning, as you would like to call it. So you can pretty much utilize that glitch many times. Honestly, I think that's like how you have to do it in this game, because they put some enemies in some messed up spots to where there's nothing you can do about it. But also, the spawning trick, you can actually go past the screen to where they respawn every time. And so you can kind of mess yourself up to where they'll start to respawn all the time. And I do need that last hit, so I'm gonna farm for a potion. But I do believe I'm probably gonna die, and looks like somebody's waving me to go back and do some work. But what I say to work is F work. Huh? Yeah, I'm playing video on my YouTube channel, playing a game, gameplay. Yeah. No, not yet. Yeah. Ooh. Getting in trouble. He's closing in. He's getting ready to beat my face in. So now you kind of have to just wait. Try and bait him as close as you can. Simple timing, but once he gets to a certain point, he'll throw one of those things. Oh, he's coming. Running out of space. He's gonna get me. Oh, shit. Oh, I can't believe I won. Oh, shit. Who's gangster now? Who's gangster now? Yeah, yeah. They can't hold me. They know where I'm from. I'm from the streets. Rygar from the streets, dog. They can't hold me. They can't hold me. Gangster up in this piece. Got my shield on lock. So anyway, that song that was just playing when we were running around in the, I think I was supposed to go there. I don't remember. Nah, this is it. That song that was playing in there, that was one of my favorite songs for the longest of this game, because I hadn't made it to the next level. And so getting ready to get to my favorite song of the game. But the song that's about to play is a terrible song, but it's so catchy and so good that I actually like the song quite a bit. This one right here. And the funny thing is, when I hum it, I hum the slowdown that generally happens when there's too many sprites on the screen. And for some reason, the slowdown happens close to the same spot. Uh-oh, I'm probably gonna die. Ooh. Oh, he got me. Oh shit, son. Damn. But yeah. Dang it. Well, I need to learn to turn that off. But this song right here, this is my jam right here. I sit here and sing this song all day. Ah, damn. I probably still could beat this game, even though I'm just tinkering around, like truly playing for real, kind of just playing and talking. It's another test on video quality and audio quality. Because the last couple of videos and stuff, you couldn't hear me talk, or the music was so redonkulously loud, or there was no music whatsoever. And by music, I mean game music. So I'm trying to get all this evened out, so when I start doing my videos, when I actually start playing through the games all the way through and beating them, at least there'll be something to listen to other than the game music and game sound effects, because those tend to get kind of redundant after a while, I understand. Yeah, not quite there yet. Ooh. Oh, damn. They ain't gonna catch me. They ain't gonna catch me. Do they know who I am? They must not know who I am. They must not know who I am. I'll be messing with people because I mess with people. For some reason, I do think I am going the wrong way again. It's been some time since I've played this. Continue straight in the top of the cave to see. So yeah, I'm going the wrong way. Darn. But yeah, one of the things about this controller that I've playing with, I've traveled with this controller for about 5 years now, so it's pretty darn beat up, and so when I press certain angles and things like that, it keeps going a certain direction. So it's not quite as precise as I'd hope to hope that it would be. But yeah, just jamming. See, I remember the Dragon Knight thing. That is annoying. I will give it that. I need to remember to turn that off. Like I said, test video, because that is a pretty annoying thing, trying to play this game and that happened. And so this song was halfway decent when I played this game, but once I got into high school, there's a march that we used to play. It was called the Band of the Old Brigade or Boys of the Old Brigade. Can't quite remember, but the run is just like the run at the end of this song, and so I was like, oh my gosh, that's run is like the same run from Rygar, and knowing that nobody in school knew what the hell a Rygar was, I kind of lived that whole thing by myself, except for one of my buddies. He played games with me all the time too, so he knew what I was talking about. But he really wasn't amped about this game like that anyway. I can't remember if I go left or right now. So we're just gonna try going this way and see what happens. And I was wrong. So we're making some good progress. But I'll probably do another video of this, of like actually playing it for real. But the funny thing is I think I'll probably end up beating this game if I can get enough time of not being bothered here at work, and just continue to play through this, because it's somewhat of a hard game, but if you know what to do and what glitches and cheats to exploit throughout it, it makes the game pretty manageable, where you can sit here and talk and, you know, just play the game. I'm gonna do it in like a Deathless Perfect. Who knows? I might try doing that one day, but other than that, ooh, took that damage boost. That I wouldn't give for a coat of arms right now. So I was supposed to throw my grappling hook up a while ago. And so this is how easy this boss is now. So if you stay up at the top, he can't drop on top of you. So you pretty much just do this until it dies. Can't hit you, can't do anything else. So it's super easy. But if you stay at the bottom, there's a chance for him to drop on top of you. And when he does hit you, it does take, I want to say 3 to 4 health pellets. So pretty much a couple mistakes will basically mess you up. But that's how easy that guy is. And now I have to leave my favorite music of the game. And if you want to talk about redundant music, the next level's music is so damn redundant. It is, you can't even believe that there was a composer to compose this song. But hey, it's what it's all about. So this song is so redundant that's about to play. It's a total of 4 notes. Not like 4 chord progressions. No, it's just 4 notes. Period. Running over and over and over again. You'll hear it. Yep, that's it. There it goes. You've already heard the whole song. Good job. Good job, everybody. You've heard the song already that fast. Amazing. So, I mean, I can't really name a game that has the perfect soundtrack, but yeah, we'll say that the composer went to sleep on this song right now. We'll just say he took a quick nap, and he was like, I already threw out some gems already, and so I already did my job. So he just took the song off. I mean, everybody deserves a break. I mean, I want a break right now, so everybody deserves breaks. And so these little terror dogs, I always figured these dogs were the dogs from Ghostbusters to me. So that's why I called them terror dogs, because they kind of are called that in Ghostbusters. So And especially with Halloween literally right around the corner. Yeah, I should be playing something like Ghostbusters, but there hasn't been a good Ghostbusters game since almost ever. But yeah. Ooh, did I just get another? I used to know where the what's it called? That's not the right way, but I want to. Dang, it's not. I was hoping it was the health refill, but it wasn't. So the reason I don't know where it is because I never use it. Because when I play for real, I usually am a little bit more meticulous in my movements so I don't take needless damage. Unless I'm about to pass one of the things up that I know is going to have a health refill. But I'm almost done with this level, so you don't have to hear these 4 notes over and over and over again. That's the boss room right up there. I may kill him now, but the way the game's respawn system is, he'll be right back. So, pretty much as long as I don't get overly unlucky on the bat toss, should be a pretty easy fight. All you do is jump back and forth and just hit them all day long. Just take your hits, take your time as you jump each one. As you cross over, you just take those hits, and that's this boss fight. And you kind of try and do it any other way, it gets difficult. Sometimes I have tried to challenge myself and fight this boss without jumping. It is possible, and it's also possible to do it without being hit, but the time it takes to beat him almost doubles, triples. But that's the technique to beat that boss. And so, what's an adventure game without backtracking? So this is your backtracking part of this game. And it is kind of one of the hardest parts of the game, honestly, is the backtrack part. Basically, you fight through and I wouldn't go as far as to call it a dungeon, but you do fight up a castle with boss fight after boss fight after boss fight until you get to the final boss of the area. But the cool thing is most of the bosses they run the same pattern as bosses you've already fought, so it makes it that much easier because you've already seen what they do. And so if you do the techniques that I've showed you already, you should beat them effortlessly, especially now that you're kind of powered up now. So once again, jams. Ooh, oh nice. Okay, so back at the second area of the game, and so we make our way up. So yeah. Dang it. This is definitely the wrong way, but I wanted to see what was up here just because I didn't remember. Oh, it's a rest station. Awesome. That actually kind of makes me happy and make me feel like I did that on purpose. Like, yeah, I did that on purpose because I knew that was there. That's a lie. I did not. I did not know that was there. But trying to blast through this game as fast as possible, I guess. I don't know. Now it's turned into a task to beat now that I'm like more than halfway through. And so normally if I was going to do something like this, I would like, you know, play the game and have beat it like the day before just so I have a refreshed memory on doing it. And so that's why this was only supposed to be a test or even remotely beat this game. But we'll see. That's where we needed to go. Okay. I wonder why that took so long. I don't know. Guess I wasn't paying enough attention. I know it's going to say you can't go on without the crossbow or if I have the suit of arms yet. So, big thing. If you did not beat that one boss, because you can beat this game out of order, but it raises the difficulty like none other. So, if I didn't grab the suit of arms, the bad guys in this, the bosses in this area, pretty much 2 hits and you're dead, just about, like, regardless on how much energy you have. Like, they take some massive damage when you get hit by them. Yeah, I'm gonna be able to recover, so I was just gonna take the hits. Oh, I've been missing him that whole time. Ah, I shouldn't have got hit by that. Actually, the final boss will actually kill me. What? It just stopped attacking. Oh, my controller's starting to mess up. That sucks. Wow. That is loosely super aggravating, actually. Really aggravating because my controller stopped registering attacks. I'm probably gonna have to go back out and farm for some I'm gonna have to go back out and farm for some stars so I can have distance on my weapon, because right now this is not gonna work. That was funny. I'm gonna go back out and farm for a second, probably go definitely needed that. Okay, it should be enough to go beat that boss. Okay. Yeah, I apologize if this part is probably the most boring section whatsoever, just because I died a terrible death that shouldn't have happened. My controller stopped attacking when I fought the roller boss. But my guy is so powerful now, he's killing these people one hit at a time. And me trying to undo that stupid lock screen just took some damage, a lot actually. A lot of damage I won't get back either. That's kind of aggravating. Come on, coach. Oh, and I'll go all the way back to go get damage I'm about to take from this is going to be like 2 hits. Actually, I'll take that back. Hopefully I can do it in just one. Shucks. Anyway, I'm tired of playing. Well, this is me. This is just a test. I'll probably actually post this test just to see what it's all about. Alright, take it easy. Peace. I am out.